Hello everybody and a very warm welcome back to the latest classic episode. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. In this episode, I want to present you yet another album from one of my favorite conductors who tragically passed away in 1958, to be more exact, in January of 1958. He comes from Spain, and there he is an absolute legend. I'm talking about Artolfo Hector, and with this one it's the Symphonie Fantastique, which was released after his death in 1958. If you've missed it, I've already made an episode about him where I discussed España, which I think is also one of my favorite classical records when I'm in the mood for something more romantic and uplifting. So this is absolutely one of my favorites. But in this week, we'll discuss Symphonie Fantastique. I do have here a reissue from Speaker's Corners. I'm not so sure if it's the 2004 reissue or a later one, because the 2004 reissue has a different inner sleeve. It's from my father's collection, and somehow we have a very similar taste in music. Wondering where that's come from, but I couldn't find it out. But it's one of my favorites. And before we talk about the pricing and everything else, let's have a brief look at the history of this recording. Hector Berlioz's Symphonie Fantastique, formerly titled Episode in the Life of an Artist in 5 Parts, is a monumental work in the realm of classical music. Composed in 1830, it is a symphony that tells a vivid and imaginative musical story, one that is deeply rooted in Romanticism and remains a hallmark of the era. The symphony is known for its autobiographical narrative and its programmatic structure, making it a pioneering piece in the genre of program music. It follows the story of an artist who falls in love with a woman and subsequently descends into madness and despair. The 5 movements are as follows. 1. Reveries, Passions. This movement sets the tone for the entire symphony, introducing the artist's passionate emotions and infatuation with the woman who becomes the object of his obsession. 2. A Ball. The second movement depicts a lively and extravagant ballroom scene where the artist encounters his beloved once more, their presence haunting his thoughts. 3. Scene in the Fields. In this pastoral interlude, the artist seeks solace in the countryside, but remains tormented by his unrequited love, portrayed through a beautiful English horn solo. 4. March to the Scaffold. This dramatic movement illustrates the artist's obsession escalating into a murderous nightmare, culminating in his execution, portrayed with dark and suspenseful orchestration. 5. Dream of a Witch's Sabbath. The final movement plunges into a surreal and grotesque nightmare, where the artist's beloved is transformed into a grotesque witch. The symphony closes with a frenetic, chaotic climax. Berlioz's orchestration in Symphonie Fantastique is groundbreaking and innovative for its time. He employs a massive orchestra and explores new and unorthodox techniques, utilizing a wide range of instruments to evoke the wide spectrum of emotions within the narrative. His bold use of timbre and dynamics adds an extra layer of expressiveness to the work. Symphonie Fantastique is celebrated not only for its musical innovations, but also for its emotional depth and vivid storytelling. It represents the romantic fascination with the mysterious and the emotional extremes of human experience, making it a quintessential piece of the Romantic period. Berlioz's imaginative storytelling through music continues to captivate audiences, and the symphony remains a staple of the classical repertoire, a testament to the enduring power of artistic expression and emotional storytelling through music. Adolfo Argenta's rendition of Hector Berlioz's Symphonie Fantastique is a remarkable interpretation that breathes new life into this iconic work, renowned for its passionate and expressive qualities. Ataulfo Argenta, 1913-1958, a Spanish conductor with a deep appreciation for classical music, brings his unique artistic touch to this groundbreaking symphony, offering a distinctive perspective on this dramatic narrative. Berlioz's Symphonie Fantastique stands as one of the most celebrated compositions of the Romantic era, renowned for its programmatic structure and emotional intensity. The symphony portrays the journey of an artist who becomes infatuated with a woman, leading to his descent into madness and despair. Composed of 5 movements, each encapsulating a different episode in the artist's emotional odyssey, the symphony explores a broad spectrum of human emotions and experiences. Ataulfo Argenta's interpretation of this work is marked by its profound emotional depth and expressiveness. His approach to the piece showcases a meticulous attention to detail, masterful control of dynamics, and a keen sense of tempo, ensuring that the full range of emotions and the intricate narrative of the symphony are effectively conveyed to the listener. One of Argenta's notable strengths as a conductor is his ability to create a rich and evocative atmosphere within the music. He brings to life the stark contrasts present in Berlioz's score, effectively highlighting the juxtaposition of light and dark, joy and despair. From the dreamlike reveries in the first movement to the intense and suspenseful march to the scaffold and the eerie, grotesque ambience of the final dream of a witch's Sabbath, Argenta's interpretation invites the listener on an immersive journey into the psychological landscape of the artist. Argenta's careful orchestral direction allows Berlioz's innovative and daring orchestration to shine through, emphasizing the composer's genius in blending instruments to create an emotional and narrative tapestry. His sensitive handling of the score captures the essence of each movement, making it a compelling and deeply engaging listening experience. Although Ataulfo Argenta's life was tragically cut short at a young age, his contribution to classical music, and particularly his interpretation of Symphonie Fantastique, remains a lasting testament to his artistry and his significant impact on the world of classical music. His recording of this symphony continues to be treasured by classical music enthusiasts, serving as a poignant reminder of the enduring power of Berlioz's composition and Argenta's exceptional interpretation, which adds a unique chapter to the symphony's rich history. In some years, I want to make a whole wall with these records, especially because of the cover art. That's for me cover and art. That's absolutely stunning. These reproductions, these reissues from Speaker's Corner, they are absolutely stunning. Once again, I can't praise them enough. Also, okay, here is, you can see the back. It's laminated, so you have it's very glossy. You have a very shiny cover, and I do prefer the glossy ones more than the matte ones, but that's just my taste. So here, this is the included inner sleeve. If some of you can tell me what reissue this is, I would be very happy. So that flat vinyl, that quiet vinyl. So here we have, hope you can see that, I'm sorry, side 1, and here we have Decca side 2. If you want an original of this, yes, it's available as an original and UK mono and not for cheap. It's between 10 to 20, sometimes up to £50, but it's not like the overall super expensive classic records, which I have seen over the years exploding in price with like 5 grand, 10 grand, and I'm like, what? But okay, if you want an original, it's available. Speaker's Corner's reissue is also widely available between 20 to 30 euro. Once again, depending on the condition, but most of the time you get these in near mint condition for a very, very reasonable price. So Once again, you know it. If YouTube is allowing it, you will hear some snippets of this record at the end of this clip. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great time. I'll see you next week.